Chapter 16. The chapter about love. Hold nothing as loved. In quick succession, a son, his father, and mother all retired from the world and became monastics. But even after ordination, they were inseparable. The Buddha told them this was not suitable for monastics and admonished them with this verse. 209. Engaging in what is not suitable, not engaging in what is suitable. Abandoning the good, grasping the loved, he envies the person who endeavors. 210. Do not associate at any time with those who are loved, or with those unloved. There is suffering not meeting those loved, and suffering from meeting those unloved. 211. Therefore, do not hold anything as loved, for losing those who are loved is loathsome. There are no knots or attachments for those who hold nothing as loved or as unloved. When free from loving, there is no fear. A layman greatly grieved over the loss of his son. The Buddha went to him and explained that the wise of old, understanding the nature of things, did not grieve. And then he spoke this verse. 212. From loving there arises grief. From loving there arises fear. For one who is free from loving, there is no grief. How is there fear? When free from fondness, there is no fear. The lay supporter Upāsikā lost her granddaughter and was given over to grief. She went to the Buddha, who explained that everyone must die and that if she had many relatives, there would be no end of occasions for grief, and advised her further with this verse. 213. From fondness there arises grief. From fondness there arises fear. For one who is free from fondness, there is no grief. How is there fear? When free from delight, there is no fear. As the Buddha and the monks went for alms in Vesali, they saw the literary princess, dressed like gods, going out with her courtesan. Later they fought over her, and many were killed and wounded. And the Buddha explained the matter to the monks with this verse. 214. From delight there arises grief. From delight there arises fear. For one who is free from delight, there is no grief. How is there fear? When free from desire, there is no fear. A rich man's son, Ānandajoti, had an image of a beautiful woman made from red gold and said he would only marry a woman its match. A young woman was found who surpassed the image, but she died on the way to meet him, sending the young man into grief. The Buddha explained why he was grieving with this verse. 215. From desire there arises grief. From desire there arises fear. For one who is free from desire, there is no grief. How is there fear? When free from craving, there is no fear. A Brahmin farmer, wishing for his fields to prosper, decided to make the Buddha his partner. Just before the crop was brought in, floods washed it all away, and the farmer was inconsolable. The Buddha explained the origin of the farmer's sorrow. 216. From craving there arises grief. From craving there arises fear. For one who is free from craving, there is no grief. How is there fear? The one who does what is necessary. 50 youths were going out of Rajagaha, carrying baskets of cakes, but did not think to offer any to the Buddha and the monks, until they saw Venerable Mahākassapa, and then they offered him the cakes. The Buddha spoke this verse about Venerable Mahakassapa. 217. Endowed with virtue and insight, principled and knowing the truths, doing the deeds that are his own, that one the people truly love. The one who has gone upstream. A monk attained the third stage of awakening, but when questioned by his fellow monks, didn't mention it as he first wanted to attain arhatship. In the meantime, he passed away and was reborn in the Pure Lands. His fellow monks lamented, thinking he had fallen short. But the Buddha explained his attainment with this verse. 218. The one with desire for the undeclared will be suffused with the awakening mind. With a mind unconnected with pleasures, he is spoken of as one gone upstream. One's merit will follow one to the next life. The faithful householder Nandiya at Isipatana erected a building for the monastics, and as he poured the water of donation, a celestial mansion arose for him in the world of the 33 gods. Venerable Moggallana saw it and asked the Buddha about it, who explained the matter with this verse. 219. When one who lives abroad for a long time comes safely from afar, relatives and companions come and greatly rejoice. 220. Just so, when one who has merit goes from this world unto the next, his merits are received, just as relatives come to their loved one.